So Merdeka is almost here, and of course we have our yearly pullout. And I suppose this year more than last year, because it's important to kind of like reflect and look back, right? Because last year we were still full of heady optimism. Everything seemed bright, shiny, and possible. But now reality is kind of set in. So what was the actual overall theme that we had this year? Because the title is The Real New Malaysia.
Well, that's the question. Is the new Malaysia the one that we had high hopes for and the one that we are still hopeful to have here yet? The answer is obviously no, right? So the theme this year for our special publication in conjunction of the Merdeka month
Yeah.
is that we wanted to explore and hear from the younger Malaysians
Yeah.
for whom the new Malaysia is actually being built. So we looked for professional Malaysians in their late 20s, early 30s, early to mid 30s, and we asked them about their aspirations, their hopes, and their dreams in context of their professional qualifications and experiences. So we have doctors, lawyers, people who are involved in the Undi 18 project.
Right.
So and a lot of other contributors, even an e-gaming expert.
Yes, because that now is actually a viable career.
Yes, and we're like 10, 20 years too late for that, unfortunately. So
Says you, but yeah, never mind. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting that because the future really does belong to them. Not that we're that old, but it's more like this is going to be the reality that they're actually going to grow up with, at least for the next 3 years, especially in your early 20s. This will be the government you know, either for a short time or a long time. In short, what are they looking for beyond just the sort of day-to-day things?
well, at the end of the day, I think the younger generation, and I think this probably applies to everyone, what they're looking for are a better life and the freedom to pursue what makes them happy, what fulfills their lives, and essentially live a good life, and live a good and fulfilling life. So in Malaysia, do we have access to all of that? Not all of us do, and then a lot of us don't have access to even bare essentials. So what we ask them is in context of their professional experiences, for example, healthcare access, legal reforms,
Media freedom, that
exactly,
was one topic as well.
So we asked them what are the problems that they see from their perspective, and what is the future like that they would like to see in that context. So
Okay.
Yep.
So that they, of course, outlined all this wish list of things, but we talked at the beginning about reality, right? Reality has set in where it is harder to reach it than most people thought. I don't know whether, to be fair, that's realistic, because you did just come out of a house that had the same occupant for 60 years. To expect change in 2 years, too much, too little? Or is it just a sign of the times that now, especially with the young generation, speed is everything?
Oh, I suppose the problem is that it comes down to political will and the cohesiveness of public policies that get us towards this new Malaysia. And right now, we could do better, I suppose, in all fairness.
That's true.
Yes. And it's imperative that we do actually try to do better, because time is ticking, and the longer we, dally, the longer we wait, the more time we waste, the more we lose out on what could be.
And I also think that there was a theme mentioned that there's a lot of infighting at the moment,
Yes.
which doesn't look bad, which looks bad
It does.
on the government. It looks like you guys haven't got sort of like your act together. The people that we talked to, they were tired of that too, right? They just want one direction to go towards.
You're right, and probably some of the emotions within their responses did not carry through because it's all in printed text. But you're right. It's all out there in the headlines and the news coverage and the public and social media posts that these politicians put up. There is infighting, that much we can see from the outside, and also there is talk of a cabinet reshuffle soon, and now we are seeing the leadership shake up again among the GLCs and GLICs. All these do not really contribute productively to our time and our efforts to rebuild a nation.
So, but on the bright side, what has what have we gotten right?
Well, for one, the battle against corruption is seemingly going well.
Good.
Yep, and we have done a lot of progress in that sense. Of course, we could do a lot better in other aspects. For example, in terms of addressing quality of life issues. And recently, there was that United Nations statement that we are undercounting our poverty rates.
Correct.
So these are all things that we should address, and the first port of call probably should be for us to stop being in denial.
For more on the stories, pick up a copy of The Edge Weekly at all good newsstands.